My name is Medina King. I am an interior designer and child wellness expert. I design spaces that enhances the development of children, and children usually love the spaces that I design for them. The rooms, if a child doesn't want to sleep in their room, they tend to like sleeping in their room after I'm done. I want to take it worldwide because I believe that children should be in good spaces, spaces that impact them positively and just make them feel good and do better. So a child wellness expert basically looks at the whole space and how it will impact a child or the children that uses the space. We are interested in designing spaces wholly, so it doesn't just look pretty or look amazing, but the spaces are practical, they're easy to use, and children love being and interacting in the spaces that we design. It's trendy now, looking at office design and how one can design an office or a space that people love or people feel better in. So for example, now they're using lots of greenery and green walls because, green produces oxygen. So people are happier in those spaces. Garden rooms, garden offices, garden studios are more of a trendy thing because of green and nature. We actually look at the holistic design approach rather than just doing something pretty. Well, we design spaces that children love, most importantly, and spaces that enhances their development and well-being. I want to see spaces that are more thought out in terms of design. When you design a space for a child, you need to think of all the important aspects and elements that go into the space, how practical it is, how beautiful, how enjoyable the space will be for the children. And I want this to be a worldwide thing because I believe strongly that children are the future, and it starts with designing spaces that they'll love. Okay, there's lots of research on the idea of spaces for people. Even if we look at hospital spaces, there's research done on hospital spaces. So if you're sick and you put two sick people in two different rooms, one room is surrounded by nature and lots of natural light, and then another room would be just four blank walls. The person in nature and surrounded by natural light will more likely to be healed quicker or get better quicker than the person within four walls. So that, for example. Also, if you have a dark, dingy room, how do you feel in that space? And imagine children, how they feel in that space. So the first 7 years of a child's life are the most important years where they soak in a lot. So if we can create spaces that are quite memorable, spaces that are fun for them to be in, that is what makes design important. Okay, so there are various elements that we look at when designing for children on the spectrum, and that's to do with sound, lighting, and comfort. I'll just leave it at those three for now. And these things are important because we don't want to design spaces that will annoy them, spaces that they can't really relax or rest in. And these are elements that we look at, and they are important elements for the development of children. So we provide 3 main interior design services, And the first one is the e-design. That's the cheapest one, and that can be done remotely, where we do things online over the phone through video. There's also the interior styling service, where we will style your room. So if you have all the hard furniture, bulky furniture, and you just need soft furnishings like cushions, rugs, accessories, that's something that we can come in and do. And then there is the final interior design service, which is designing from start to finish, and that's actually doing everything for you. It's more suited for busy individuals who don't really have the time to source or do anything, so we come in and we do everything. So we actually have our workmen and we install. So we also offer workshops, and the workshops basically teach children the skills that we have. So the first basic workshop is arts and crafts, where we teach children how to make these beautiful felt ball garlands, as well as other felt items. We also do a workshop where we're teaching children how to design their room. So it's an interior design workshop for children. We call it an interior design masterclass for children, where we cover mood board making, how to apply colour, and we use real actual wallpaper samples as well as fabrics and paints in the workshop. The final workshop the final aspect of workshops is doing abstract art. So we look at how we can use art as therapy for children, as well as art as a focal point of their rooms or spaces. We sell amazing kids' room decor, the most amazing kids' room decor. So it starts at handmade felt ball garlands, handmade baskets, handmade rugs, basically anything that you need to accessorize children's rooms. We also have some really beautiful handmade illustrations done by a Canadian artist, Shanasi Concepts. We sell playroom toys, which includes rocking horses and ball pools, which are fun for children and toddlers.